Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Region 10 matchup today. We welcome in the Cape Fear Sea Devils with a 12-6 record, matching up with the hot Louisburg Hurricanes, who 18-3, 18 in the country. PD Doors Craig Green here. Makeup game today. It's originally scheduled January 31st, but we're live inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena with the starting lineups tonight, as Craig will go ahead and handle the starting lineups for you for the Sea Devils.
All right, for the Sea Devils, they're starting Yamori Hardison, Kara Trippett, Catherine Durham out of Raleigh, Khalees Velez Galan out of Jacksonville, and Jaden Hudson out of Wilmington. For the Hurricanes, they're gonna bring out Agent Zero, Corey White, Zamaya Adams, Shalon Yates, Jaya Hamilton, and of course, Nyla Powell, the double-double machine, rocking the big 1-5.
I tell you, if we have a game like we did the other night, we're in for a treat here as the Sea Devils come in with a skeleton crew. Just 5 Lady Sea Devils dressed tonight. They had 2 injuries go down against Fayetteville Tech the other night, so Hurricanes 18th in the country, got a bullseye on their back, and we are underway from Louisburg with Nyla Powell back to who else but Agent 3, Zamaya Adams, and the Hurricanes wearing their white jerseys, Cape Fear Sea Devils in the black, white numbers, and they go inside to Powell. Powell matched up with Trippett. Cross-court pass, hot hands of who else but Corey White, but Powell with the double-double, as Craig always said. Hot hands, get the hot rebound and a hot shot.
And Nyla Powell, of course, right place, right time, established position down low, was able to box out. Easy rebound, easy 2 points. Hurricanes break the ice first.
Trippett with the ball on the left wing, hands it off. They'll try a triplet, and they get an offensive board, and a nice attempt, but coming up short was Hardison. Hurricanes in transition, find Powell trailing. Over to Yates. Be interesting to see how this man-to-man defense is going to match up with only 5 players. Powell with her 4th point for 15. Again. Powell tonight, Craig, she has just been one heck of a player this season for the Hurricanes out of Rocky Mount High School. I mean, she leads a team 17 points per game. She's appeared in all 20 games prior to tonight's 21st game.
And that's right, and Nyla Powell, of course, had a big part in the win on Saturday.
Block
over
party.
Cleveland Community College, absolutely.
Had the block party down low to, going back to that game, I tell you, Craig, if I was a coach, I'd had to, look at that 3. There she is on the opposite side. Corey White gets the first triplet for the Hurricanes. They're up 7-0.
Right now, Hurricanes are, again, getting good shots, taking good looks. They're feeling confident. Again, you wonder how they'd start after that emotional victory. Cupid's arrow struck from the corner, and the Hurricanes got a big victory. And right now, a big foul right there that's going to send one of the Sea Devils to the free throw line.
Shalon Yates picks up her first, and she's typically the first one to get called for the foul. And the Hurricanes, her tenacious defense, she loves the hand check every time she gets beat. She's going to pick up the foul.
Yeah, Yates, she's an aggressive player. I mean, it pays off. Sometimes that's the life you live as an aggressive basketball player. Is sometimes you're going to make the play, and sometimes you're going to commit fouls. And we've seen it either way for Shalon Yates. When she's on top of her game, she can defend anybody on any position on the court. Doesn't matter who it is or where they're at.
Sea Devils start off with the first 2 for the free throw line. Shalon Yates popping out, looking inside. Powell wasn't there, so she sets the screen, goes over to Yates. Great defense, but it couldn't stop Corey White from releasing. She coming up short, second rebound, comes down to Hardison. Hardison listed at a small 6'7" frame. She's the biggest one listed other than Trippett right there with her at 5'7".
Hurricanes are going to absolutely have the size and length advantage, or height and length advantage, absolutely. That time, Hardison was able to establish position, box out, and get a, second chance point. But, the Canes, again, I think they're a very well-rounded team. They could start at easily 9 players anyone on this team can pretty much come in and be in the starting five, and it would make absolute sense. That's the kind of squad that Dennis Gaskins has put together.
Yeah, as he's checking in 6-1 off the bench, and that comes in Quincy Turan, who's had a spectacular second half of the season off of the Hurricanes. She's only a freshman at Athens Drive High School. It's going to be interesting to see how she steps up next year for the Hurricanes as Zamiah Adams buries a 3. Going back to Quincy, you know, with the absence of Nyla Powell next year, she'll move on to a 4-year program. But Hardison off-balance shot and a big rebound down low for Trippett. She's in trouble, and we got a whistle. So reset the shot clock. Looks like they'll put the shot clock down to about 16. It's setting at 18 right now. So the officials are huddling, Craig. But, you know, what I see from our perspective with the Hurricanes, with Turan coming off of the bench, it tells me right there that Coach Gaskin sees potential in her as that 5 position coming into next year.
Yeah, I mean, and we saw her produce well on Saturday. I mean, 13 points on Saturday. She shot 5 of 9 from the field, knocked down a couple of 3-pointers. She was very, very efficient when she had her time on the court.
She has her confidence from beyond the perimeter. You know, she makes me sweat every once in a while when she releases the ball, but, you know, she has got a nice accuracy as a forward. She's from beyond the arc. She's 38%, but she's put up 65 threes. You don't see that many times from a post player unless you're looking at, you know, Trigger from the NC State women. She loves to stop and pop at the top of the key coming down, but
that's the kind of versatility she brings. She's a stretch forward.
Look at that pass, right as
Speaking
it was
of the devil, and she
right,
shall appear.
I mean, it was dropped right in nicely from your guard, Corey White. She floated it right over the defenders. She caught it, just went 2 steps and up, and converts for her first points off the bench. Hurricanes up by 8. Long 3 coming up off the side of the backboard, and chasing down the rebound was Hudson.
Yeah, again, the Sea Devils don't have a lot of size, but they have a lot of quickness, and they have a lot of shooting. And you see right there, Trippett able to fight her way to the basket and get another bucket. The Sea Devils are kind of fighting their way back into this thing.
Sea Devils in a 2-3 zone. Try to stop the inside game for the Hurricanes, but they need to watch out for the guard play also, as Hurricanes with threats all over, and Turan coming up short. Hamilton couldn't chase down the rebound. Trippett, travel. Ooh. The official wanted to ring her up, but they give it to her, and right there is the first 3 by Cape Fear. They trap this 8-point deficit down to just 1 possession.
Yeah, you can't leave players like Khalees Velez-Galan open. You know, she's going to knock shots down like that. But Velez-Galan is the leading scorer for this team, averaging just under 20 points a game.
She shoots 40% from beyond the arc. And a 3-point play coming up for Hardison. Velez-Galan attempted 121 threes. I mean, that's a lot. That tells you right there that you got the green line from your coach, Havens, to just pull up and stop at any time. Right now we're in a media timeout, 4:53 in the first quarter, 1-point lead. Hurricanes been up by as many as 8, but tracked right down, and Coach Gaskins and his assistant coach over there dialing up the next play for the Hurricanes. But the Lady Hurricanes got a busy week this week, Craig.
They sure do. I mean, they're going to be right back at it here coming up. You know,
Wednesday.
Tonight, right, exactly. They've got, you know, Cape Fear tonight, and then a rematch in Wilmington Wednesday, same time. I mean, basically 48 hours from now, 5 o'clock tip-off out there. We'll see them again right back here next Monday at home against the Flying Eagles. Southwest Virginia will come here. And again, we talked about how tough the schedule is. It's almost like a murderer's row of D2 Region 10 at the end of the season for the Hurricanes, because guess who else they have to take on one more time? Brighton and Stratton, the number 16 team in the division. At their house, they have to travel to Brighton and Stratton to play them before they close it out against the Trojans right here on sophomore night. You know, they'll honor the sophomores and hopefully, you know, put themselves in really good position to be the top seed in the Region 10 tournament.
You got to finish business, but it starts tonight. You don't want to let this unmanned team, Cape Fear Sea Devils, you know, got 5 players. can finish with 3, but you got to start with 5. And it's, a lot of teams, they get in their head, Craig, that, hey, they start to look ahead of the schedule. They got 2 teams. They got Bryan and Stratton next Monday. On Wednesday.
Yep.
Next Wednesday, and then they're back home the next night against Fayetteville. And that's a heck of a back-to-back nights because we've lost to Fayetteville, down in Fayetteville, and a 3 off the mark. But what a putback by Turan. Kylie Good in the game, and she gets her first offensive board, and she is fouled immediately. But coming out of the timeout, Hurricanes come out with 2 subs. Kylie Good along with Talia Rowe, who attempted that 3, and Rowe would take it out on the baseline. But to finish the season, you got a pretty strong schedule in the next 8 days.
Absolutely. It's going to be an absolute litmus test for the Hurricanes. But again, you said it can't get too far ahead of each other, but the one thing they'll have is confidence because they've already beat the Bobcats in this gym. So they'll go up there to Virginia feeling confident that they can get the win on the road. They'll just have to go up there and execute and play that championship basketball they've been playing all season long.
Hurricanes are 7-2 on the road. Both losses come at Fayetteville and at Cleveland. Hurricanes beat Cleveland last week, and great defense by the Sea Devils has trapped down Kylie Good, who was looking for the whistle. But when you bring the ball so low for the defender on a man size, you're going to get a ball hit away.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were going to call a jump ball or a travel there. I didn't. I can understand the travel call, but I think it could have went either way.
Trippett wanted at 3, back out to Hardison. Trippett cutting through the paint. Pass quite wasn't there, so they'll move the ball with 11 on the shot clock. Moving the ball quickly, but nobody open. Great defense by the Hurricanes. 3's contested off the side of the iron and right in the hands of the Hurricanes. Hurricanes with a couple man advantage, and they pull it out. Corey White for 3. Brushes between the iron and the backboard, and it's going to be Sea Devils ball. As they say, it's off in the hands of Kylie Good.
Kylie had the position, just couldn't handle the ball after carrying off the miss there at that time. But, I think the Hurricanes are getting what they want in transition here. You can see it already. Samaya and also Corey able to get some really good looks from beyond the arc, and I think it's just a matter of not if, but when they start knocking it down.
Trippett just hit that triple in the first lead by the Sea Devils here at the 3:06 mark.
That's already their second 3 of the game, and they're going to continue to hang around here if you don't keep them off the offensive glass.
10-2 run by the Sea Devils until the May bucket. We got our first tie at 14 by Talia Rowe.
And she's usually instant offense off the bench too. We saw it early in the season. Talia would come in off the bench and just start pouring in bucket after bucket. She's been a major contributor all season long as well. Nice block.
Good block down low, but I was worried about the foul. They're going to pull up on Turan, but able to get away with it. And the Sea Devils, Hardison dropped an elbow and dropped to the floor as Nyla Powell in for Kylie Good.
Kylie got a 2-for-1 that time. Took 2 Sea Devils down with 1 block.
Hurricanes in the rotation right now. Turan, Adams, White, Talia Rowe, and Powell, and Hardison with the steal and an easy layup. Sea Devils up 16-14.
Yeah, Hardison was watching that the entire time. Just kind of like a free safety in football out there. Just stepped right in front of it and took it, coast to coast for the score.
Inside, back out. Rowe for 3. No, had a nice release. They're coming down with it is the Sea Devils. Up 16-14. Inside of 2 minutes. 3 left uncontested. And right there to bury is Hudson, who averages just right at 3 points per game.
Yeah, Jaden Hudson, is, like you said, the points per game isn't, the highest. She's averaging right around 5 a game. But, the players who don't have the higher scoring average, you can't let them build confidence if you're the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes pick up 2, get within 1 possession. 1:25 left in the first quarter. It's our only game tonight. We're back here Wednesday night as the men return home, trying to snap a 5-game, trying to pick up their second win off of a 4-game skid. They had not the one that Coach Bagwell liked the other night, following the the Cupid shuffle here in the first game. But hey, a win is a win if it's one, or if basketball went by half a point. Either way is a win. And now they go through a gauntlet here to end the season. Got 3 games right here at home. They'll end the season a doubleheader against Fayetteville Tech. Next Thursday, Craig will be on the call with that. I'll be out of town on another assignment, but the Trojans always bring a nice crowd. Craig, they travel well. A lot of their spectators love to travel and support the Trojans and Coach Hurd. 20-16, split into 2. Hurricanes with the chance, and Trippett stepped right in a passing lane, and Hurricanes get it back and turn it back over.
Yeah, Adams, nearly took it right back, but, ended up tipping it into the hands of Velez Galan.
Velez, the pass, great hustle and getting on the floor real quick was Nyla Powell, but possession error stays right with Cape Fear. 20-16, 43.9. As Trippett looks like she's holding that left hamstring.
That would not be a good sign, again, for the Sea Devils if they have any kind of injuries or foul trouble. Again, they're already down to 5 players. They lost 2 of them against Fayetteville
Velez gets it and goes baseline, and high kiss off the window. Extends the lead to 6. Media timeout. It was 10-4. Hurricanes. It's been all Sea Devils out of the media timeout as Tran goes inside to Powell, and Powell with the baby hook. Rolls all the way around the rim and falls through. Hurricanes down by 4 now, closing out the final 20 seconds here. Sea Devils take the last attempt here unless they see a wide open 3 early. Trippett going through the paint. Back out to Hudson. Hudson with just 4 on the clock. Trippett long 3. It's off of the mark, and that's the end of the first quarter. Sea Devils on the road lead the Hurricanes 22-18. If you're looking to support the Hurricanes, go ahead and get your phone out and scan that QR code. You're listening to Hurricanes basketball presented by High Level Media.
Enjoying the game? You can help keep Hurricanes broadcasts free for everyone by making a quick gift to Louisburg College Athletics. Just scan the QR code on your screen. Every donation makes a difference.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we're committed to providing exceptional dental care for patients of all ages in a warm, welcoming environment. From preventive cleanings to advanced restorative and cosmetic treatments, our experienced team is here to help you achieve a healthy, confident smile. We combine state-of-the-art technology with a personalized approach, ensuring your comfort and care come first. Visit cardinalfamilydentistry.com today.
Welcome back inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. Region 10 ladies basketball tonight. Number 18, Louisburg Hurricanes matching up with the Cape Fear Sea Devils here on Louisburg Sports Network, presented by High Level Media. Sea Devils fall down 10-4 early in the first 4.5 minutes of action. They went on an 18-8 run. They lead after the first 10 minutes, 22-18 over the number 18 team in Division II. And the Hurricanes will start the ball with Brewington in the game for the Hurricanes, with Yates, Talia Rowe, along with Turan and Kylie Good in the post. Brewington coming off of the bench, the 7th man off the bench for the Hurricanes. And Talia Rowe's 3 is off the mark. Coming down with it is Hardison.
Another good look that time. Hurricanes just didn't convert.
Hudson gives it up. Trippett wanted at 3. They'll go over, move the ball around the perimeter. No one flashing on the post. Got 11 on the shot clock. Trippett straight to the cup. High kiss off the window and a late whistle as Trippett's was, not sure what the call was, but they do give it to Brewington. But Shaylon Yates already had the rebound before the whistle was blown.
Yeah, it can be a little frustrating as a player, I'm sure, but you got to just keep composure, keep going. It was a foul away from the ball, so, no harm done.
Nice block by who else but Mrs. Rowe says, not down this row, sweetheart.
Again, Talia, another player who can do it, on offense and defense. You see it right there. Again, the Hurricanes have the length advantage, and Rowe, again, a long player. She can play the 2, the 3, or the 4. And you see it right there. She also can do it on the defensive end as well.
Reset the shot clock. Officials at the scores table to get the right accuracy here. On the shot clock, Sea Devils, Jaden Hudson, the 5'6" guard out of Ashley High School right there in Wilmington. It's interesting, Craig, how, you got a college down in Wilmington. You got Brunswick not too far away, but, it's amazing how, towards the end of the season, you're down to just 5 players. At the beginning of the season, you start with 12, 13 if you're lucky, and then we got a 5-second. We got an illegal screen. I'll say it was on Valdez Gallen there on the illegal screen. But, you would think that the Lady Sea Devils want to stack up a team, but, they could have lost some. They had grades or anything like that. But, coming in a late season like this, only with 5, you got to have faith in your 5 to not get in foul trouble or pick up no injuries.
It's been tough on them. I mean, they just lost a couple players against Fayetteville State. We all know that. What a move by Brewington. Good gravy in the Navy. Oh, but anyway, the
Powell with an and one.
Sorry, Peter. It was going to, to continue. It's a grind, and injuries happen, unfortunately, and it's a marathon, not a sprint to the end of this thing. And hopefully the Sea Devils can get some depth back before the tournament starts.
22-20, 3-point play coming up for Nyla Powell. She doesn't convert. Hardison with the rebound. Hardison zigzagging, coming down the court. Push from Powell from behind. Nyla Powell picks up the foul. She was trying to go for the reach, Craig, and just tipped her on the head. And you can see a substitution. Jay Hamilton coming in the game for Powell. Powell a little frustrated with the call there, but when you put a little elbow to somebody's forehead, it's going to be called.
And Hamilton, another low post player. A little more quickness, I think, than Nyla Powell. Of course, not a knock on Nyla, but you see how she can get around and she can guard some of these smaller, wing players.
Nyla Powell's advantage is her height. She had the speed that Quincy or Jay Hamilton has. She'd be fierce to fight for already. One of those players hard to control down low. Brewington gives it up. Talia Rowe from 15 on the baseline and nets it home. Hurricanes nice. Down by 2.
Great ball movement by the Hurricanes, too. I mean, they just...
That extra pass. Brewington had a wide open triple. But she give it up. It's 24-22 Sea Devils with a 2-point advantage. Trip it. They go inside to Hardison. Hardison working up and under layup. Gets it away from Hamilton. And Brewington in the backcourt with Hamilton bringing it up.
Hamilton, nice job down low. Didn't draw a foul.
Brewington, high kiss off the window. Splits the 2 defenders as she says, hey, it might be 23, but I'll go up for 2. And we tie this game at 24. Hurricanes, Brewington just moving right down the court. Splits Hudson, and that's how it ended. 7:44 left, tied at 24, our second tie. If you're just joining us, thank you for tuning in to Louisburg Sports Network. Hurricanes jumped out to a 10-4 advantage. And then at Cape Fear Community College, Lady Sea Devils went on an 18-8 run in the final 4.5 minutes and led after one, 22-18. Hurricanes and the Sea Devils. Hurricanes on a 2-point advantage here in the first 3 minutes of action. Craig, you got some other Region 10 matchups tonight?
One other game here on the women's side of things, and it's between Catawba Valley and Cleveland Community College. The Yetis playing at home right now in front of Yeti Nation. Right now they're down 12-5 in the first quarter with about 3 minutes left.
Yeah, the ladies tournament Region 10 will be held at Catawba Valley at the conclusion of the regular season. Be ready for some March Madness here. Louisburg Hurricanes 18th in the country fighting. Right now they got a steady hand in second spot. But they got they've got one more gauntlet to go, and that's against Bryan and Stratton. And that game's in Virginia. They win that one, they'll have sole possession of first place going into the tournament. But hey, coming tournament time, Craig, we've seen multiple 7-8 seeds across the country in men and women basketball come in. Hey, they know tomorrow's not guaranteed. Let's show up today and take care of business, and we'll hand it all.
It's any given night on the basketball court. It doesn't matter if you're in first place, last place, if you're the number one seed, the perceived bottom feeders. You have to come out here and you got to earn it every single night. Basketball will fall in or it won't fall in for you. It just depends, on what happens. That's the beauty of this sport is that, there's no guarantees anytime you step out here.
Hardison, nice take on the baseline and picks up two. Talia Rowe answers back. And we're back and forth here in Louisburg inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. Hudson bringing it up. Brewington's picking her up right at full court and giving her some pressure. And same ball movement, same way to go was Hardison as she had it just a little step ahead on Jay Hamilton, and Hamilton picks up the foul as Corey White checks in for Hamilton.
It's the quickness of the guards again. They're playing 5 guards, well really 4 guards and a forward with a Trippett out there. But that's what they have to do. They have to use their quickness. They have to use their perimeter game, and that's why they're playing well right now. They're playing confident. They're getting some of the shots they want. The 3 ball's been falling for them. So you have to if you're the Hurricanes, you have the depth. You have the size. Got to take advantage of it.
Definitely do, because all that can play at one time is 5, and each team's got 5. And the Sea Devils lead by 1, 27-26. Rowe. Not sure how they saw that as a travel, but she lifted her that pivot foot up, and Hardison will inbound it where the Hurricanes did the other night to win the game at 65 feet down the court. Like you said in that call, Craig, all it takes is 30 to get a shot off, and that's what the Hurricanes did with 3.3 on the clock. The assist for Nyla Powell. But it's a nice catch and pass as she hit White on that left wing.
Oh, that make no mistake about it. That thing was straight off the training ground out of Dennis Gaskin's playbook. He was the one who drew that up, and they executed it to perfection.
3-point lead, Sea Devils. Rowe to Yates. Trippett's playing great defense down low on Turan. Baby hook goes up, hits the rim, and it'll be the Hurricanes' ball. Out of bounds, Nyla Powell back in for Turan. Trippett's putting great defense on the post player. She's hanging with Quincy, but when Powell's in there, it's hard to contain the beast of Powell. Powell, 6 foot, strong forward down low for the Hurricanes, and they see the weak side on that baseline, Craig. They're always going back to that baseline, and that's where the Hurricanes are getting in foul troubles. Talia Rowe picks up the foul there.
Yep, she's using the speed and trying to run around the Hurricane players again. The Hurricanes, again, have the speed to match with the Sea Devils, but they're also going to try to play their game, with forwards and a mix of forwards and guards out there in order to secure the glass. And, it will force Nyla Powell to have to come out and to guard one of these guards.
Hardison backing her man down, kiss off the window, doesn't fall. Yates with the rebound. And a foul.
Yeah, Velez Galan hacking after the rebound.
It's her second or third, I'd have to say.
I've got her for 2. I'll double check. But I believe it's 2. Yeah, it is 2 right now from what I saw one of the assistant coaches signaling over to the bench. It's 2 on Velez Galan.
Adams gives it up to White. White back out to Rand. Nice pass down low. And Powell, second opportunity, didn't fall, but it's a nice pass by Rowe. Trippett with the foul.
You see how they plan on defending Nyla Powell is they're converging 2 defenders over there every single time she gets the ball. They're trapping immediately and getting hands right up in her face and making any shot she tries to put up extra difficult.
So you got to guard like Wembanyama and anybody like that. Somebody that big, you got to get help side defense to come over and collapse if you plan on stopping the bigs.
Yeah, the help is with a capital H for the Sea Devils. They're coming over immediately.
I mean, the Hurricanes are passing the ball as Velez Galan hits the triple.
That's her second.
Got a 5-point lead inside of 5.5 minutes to go in this first half. Rose swings it. 2-3 defense is forcing the Hurricanes to shoot outside and unable to connect yet as Trippett splits all 4 Hurricanes and down, wide open, and a reverse layup.
And a foul.
Velez Galan gets the nice pass from Catherine Duran. Duran got the feed over from Trippett as she defeated all 4 Hurricanes.
Yeah, they're feeling really confident right now. I mean, you can see the Sea Devils, you know, they're stretched out playing defense. They have the energy right now. And, oh, you got Nyla Powell wide open.
Powell gets the bunny right in time to stop this run.
Her defender fell down, and she was open under the basket.
We had a 9-0 run by the Sea Devils. The Sea Devils, Hudson misses the layup. Hurricanes need to sprint down the court. And Rose, straightaway 3, no shooters roll, and a big rebound by Powell, and she's frustrated she didn't get a putback.
I think you got to slow down a little bit here for the Hurricanes. Again, remember how
Not gonna
Cleveland
run.
Yeah, remember Cleveland was the same way, right? You know, they tried to use the speed and tried to, you know, use that against the Hurricanes to draw fouls and speed up the process of the game. And, you know, they tried to use shooting on top of that as a weapon as Velez Galan gets to the basket one more time. The passing is just on point here for Cape Fear.
8-point game, 4 minutes left, and Coach Gaskins is frustrated at his ladies. He has all right to be. Is you're going to let Jaden Hudson, the 5'6" freshman, get a rebound, and then trailing was Velez Galan to go right up on the left side. You have to guard down low, and the Hurricanes are getting beat all the way around the court.
Well, yeah, it's really about the hustle at this point. You know, the Sea Devils are at this point of the game, they're out hustling the Hurricanes. That's why they're getting offensive rebounds. That's why they're scoring at the basket with smaller
Scoring
players.
at will.
And that's why they're drawing fouls every time they get near the rim. You know, also, question, how much does fatigue play a factor? Again, the emotional roller coaster of that big win on Saturday. You know, are they still riding that high a little bit? You know, have they come down some? Right now, the Sea Devils are helping them come crashing down to earth with an 8-point lead on the road with only 5 players.
37-29, Talia Rowe over to Turan and inside to Powell, and she connects. Great ball movement by the Hurricanes out of the timeout. Down to a 6-point advantage, Sea Devils.
Bread and butter right there.
Trippett pulls out Turan, drives, spins, gets her defender off the floor, and she connects with a kiss off the window.
Wow, what a great move by Trippett there. I mean, great move. Got to give it up. That was an incredible move by Trippett.
You see the help side as Powell is getting double teamed. Like we said, every time the ball is lobbed inside, Powell is double teamed quickly.
That time it was 3 Sea Devils. I mean, they had Hardison, Trippett, and also Velez Galan in the area.
Adams gets the inbound from Rowe. Back out. Turan for 3. Pop! Just like that. Cut the deficit to 5.
Great look that time. Quincy Turan got it, knocked it down. I saw it in the air. I gave her the 3 goggles. I said, I knew this one was going in.
Trippett Guarded by Turan. As Hudson flashes and Velez Galan inside. Goes up, draws the foul. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. Velez Galan, 78% free throw shooter for the Lady Sea Devils this year, averaging 17 points per game.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're, in Velez Galan right now off to a hot start. Again, the numbers, of course, will be a little inflated because of the fact they have 5 players, but her 18 points that she's sitting on currently with a 19th pending is a very impressive one, especially with the fact that they only have 5 right now. I mean, they're out here surviving, vibing, and thriving, if I can borrow some Walt Clyde Frazier vibes here. And, the Sea Devils came in here, feeling confident. They said, our 5 is mightier than your 9, 10, or 11.
Like I've always said, Craig, you could be riding on that emotional high from the win Saturday, or, you could have not looked too far ahead and thinking you got the Sea Devils on your heels, but right now you're down by 5 at home, and the Sea Devils, I always love to refer, playing with house money. A lot of teams already cashed them out with only 5 players, but these 5 right now will win it from the free throw line as Quincy Turan upset with the call.
Yeah, it's on her.
And Trippett will head to the line to shoot 2.
Another set of free throws coming up.
I know it's a different caliber of basketball between junior college and D1, but, I always go back to the Duke and Carolina game that I watched yesterday. Duke shot 21 free throws, and Carolina did not attempt 1 free throw the entire 40 minutes of action. I don't know how that happens. I mean, teams foul and don't put nobody in bonus, but, hey, it's hard to play. If we look at Cape Fear tonight, they've lived off the free throw line. But, it's just, it amazes me how these ladies, a lot of teams live and die by the free throws, and a lot of teams only get the opportunity. But,
good gravy in the Navy with a move.
But you got to finish when you crisscross someone up as Velez Galan holds it up.
Yeah.
Guarded by Rowe. Hurricanes in a man defense against the Lady Sea Devils. Velez Galan steps in, 3 right over the head. And the Lady is hot with 22 and the team's 45.
Yeah, Velez Galan came in here today, said, I'll put you guys on my back and I'll carry you to the promised land because, a 9-point lead right now, I didn't expect that this afternoon.
Talia Rose shots, air ball. Velez Galan with the rebound, ahead to Hardison and turns it over.
Yeah, Velez Galan, though, PD, she's been, one of the catalysts all season long for them. She can fill it up. That's for certain. She's had games where she's hit, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes. Just last game, she went 8 of 16 against Richard Bland.
Hurricanes with another opportunity. Talia Rowe will go back to the line, getting an offensive board from Zamaya Adams.
Yeah, Hardison with the foul, and Felicity Havens, head coach, with the disbelief. But yeah, Velez Galan, the film, the film and the stats don't lie. When you look at what she's done, again, 34 last game, 26 before that. She had a streak of at least 5 straight games, matter of fact, 6 straight games where she had scored at least 20 points. She knocked down, matter of fact, she went 8 of 16 last game from 3, 7 of 13 the game before that. She's been hot right now from beyond the arc.
Hurricanes down 45-38. The final 60 ticks of the first half as Hudson brings it up with Adams right on her hip. Goes high post to Trippett going inside, and Powell with it. Steps right in front of Hardison. Hurricanes see if they can get 2 for 1 here as Talia Rowe, little bunny, doesn't fall. And fighting and going inside strong was Jaden Hudson. The ball will go with Cape Fear with the jump ball.
Well, you got to give Hudson credit because Nyla snatched the rebound, and then Hudson came right in and took it right out of her hand before she could completely secure it. But also credit to Nyla for drawing a jump ball after Hudson actually had full possession of the basketball.
You got 5, 6, and 6 foot. You're not supposed to bring it down to that level. You're supposed to go straight up. It's Hudson finds Trippett. Off for Shin, and it rolls nearly right in the hands of Hamilton. Trippett backing him down, up and under layups missed. Didn't have enough English on it, had some Spanish. And Trippett stabs it out. Trippett.
I love how frustrated she wants a foul call. They're being very physical with her. They're not calling anything.
Rowe off balance, just forces up a shot. Hardison with 6 on the clock. Drives straight down, and Powell with a block. And that was out of frustration here. Some of the fans.
Well, the emotions are high in here right now, PD. But again, you know, I feel the frustration of Powell. I mean, the Sea Devils have been allowed to be much more physical with her, and I think that could be because they are smaller players going against a bigger player.
Hardison. And Velaz doesn't make it at the horn. 45-38 going into halftime. The Sea Devils lead the Hurricanes. Their 5s beating our 9. We got 15 minutes of time out here. We'll be right back here with stats, facts, and figures. After word from our sponsors, you're listening to Louisburg Sports Network, presented by High Level Media.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we're committed to providing exceptional dental care for patients of all ages in a warm, welcoming environment. From preventive cleanings to advanced restorative and cosmetic treatments, our experienced team is here to help you achieve a healthy, confident smile. We combine state-of-the-art technology with a personalized approach, ensuring your comfort and care come first. Visit cardinalfamilydentistry.com today.
Enjoying the game? You can help keep Hurricanes broadcasts free for everyone by making a quick gift to Louisburg College Athletics. Just scan the QR code on your screen. Every donation makes a difference.
At Empire Eats Catering, we turn your events into unforgettable experiences. From intimate gatherings to grand celebrations, we deliver expertly crafted menus that impress and delight. Our culinary team brings passion and precision to every dish, combining fresh ingredients with bold flavors to match your unique vision. Whether it's a corporate event, wedding, or special occasion, Empire Eats Catering is your partner in creating exceptional moments. Visit empireeatscatering.com today to start planning your next event with us.
Discover the joy of handcrafted perfection at Lumpy's Ice Cream. Each scoop is made with the finest, freshest ingredients, bringing you flavors that are bold, rich, and unforgettable. From classic favorites to unique creations, every bite is a celebration of quality and care. Whether you're treating yourself or creating memories with loved ones, Lumpy's is where smiles are made. Order your favorite flavors today at lumpysicecream.square.site and experience ice cream the way it should be. Welcome to Hilton North Raleigh Midtown, where comfort meets convenience. Located just minutes from downtown Raleigh, our hotel offers a perfect blend of style, sophistication, and southern hospitality. Relax in our modern guest rooms, indulge in exceptional dining, or host your next event in our versatile meeting spaces. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our amenities and attentive service ensure a seamless stay. Book your stay today at hilton.com/North Raleigh Midtown and experience the best of Raleigh in style.
Welcome back inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. 12:19 left until the start of the second half. But the Hurricanes down 45-38 against Cape Fear Lady Sea Devils. PD Doris, Craig Green here. First quarter, it was Hurricanes starting off hot, up 10-4. And then the Sea Devils went an 18-8 run. Second quarter, Hurricanes jump out to a 6-4 advantage. Tied the game at 26. Hung bucket to bucket with the Sea Devils. And then the Sea Devils, to finish off the quarter, went on a 13-9 run. They lead 45-38. But it's been all in the hands of Velez Galan for the Lady Sea Devils with 22 points. Sea Devils only come in with 5 on the bench. If you guys are watching the stream right now, as you can see their coach doing some illustration out there with the defense. I mean, they've got 5 Lady Sea Devils or Hurricanes, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dressed tonight. And the Hurricanes are in trouble here in the first half, down 45-38. They're going to have to figure out how to contain Velez Galan if they plan on picking up the win tonight. Right now, you got the bullseye on your back. Cape Fear Lady Sea Devils playing with some house money. Up on the road by 7 points here inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. Lady Sea Devils will be back against the Louisburg Hurricanes at home on Wednesday night, just 48 hours from tonight's tip-off, which was at 5 o'clock. Some of you guys are traveling home, listen to us on your phones or tablets. Either way, you're listening to us. 10:22 left inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. Craig's got the official stats and fouls and numbers here. Craig, you want to go ahead and handle that for me?
Looking at the scorecard here, was just looking at the foul trouble for Cape Fear again. They've only got 5, but Velez Galan and Trippett each have 2 fouls apiece. But that's the worst they've done so far. Hudson has 1 foul, and then also Hardison with a foul. But looking at their scorecard in and of itself, again, it has been Khalees Velez Galan who leads all scorers in this game with 22 big points right now. She has knocked down a couple of three-pointers as well, and also 5 free throws. Also behind her is Kara Trippett. She's got 10 points. Yamari Hardison with 10 as well. And then for the Hurricanes, they're led right now by Nyla Powell. Again, when in doubt, just feed it to 15 down low, and that's what they've been doing. She's got 15 points in this game. Talia Rowe is followed up with 10 behind her, and then also it's been a band of Mary Ladies chipping in after that. Corey Wright with a triple, Zamaya Adams with a triple, Quincy Turan 5 points, 1 of those from three-point range, and Jewel Brewington also knocked in a deuce as well. But the Hurricanes not in too bad of foul trouble, with the exception of Turan, who picked up 3 in the first half. So again, 2-5, I'll have to be a little careful when she comes back out of the locker room. But I think the Hurricanes, Speedy, at this point of the game, they really need to slow it down here and try to play more of their game again. When in doubt, go to your bread and butter, feed Nyla Powell, and make these guards, defend inside. Put them in a mouse in the house situation over and over again.
That's correct, Craig. With just 8 minutes and 30 seconds, there's your summary of the first half. We'll be back. If you're looking to support the Hurricanes, go ahead and get out your phone and scan that QR code or text Roll Canes to 44321 to give today. You're listening to Louisburg Basketball, presented by High Level Media.
Enjoying the game? You can help keep Hurricanes broadcasts free for everyone by making a quick gift to Louisburg College Athletics. Just scan the QR code on your screen. Every donation makes a difference.
Welcome back inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. 30 seconds, Craig. Hurricanes got to pull it through here in the second half. Down by 7 against the Lady Sea Devils, who dressed just 5 players.
Yeah, I think they got to come out here in the second half and play more Hurricane-esque basketball. Really, I think that's the number one adjustment I would make. You know, Dennis Gaskins had a little smile on his face, so I think he knows what's up his sleeve here as the Hurricanes get the ball to come out of the locker room. But again, I think when it comes to the defensive side of the basketball, you have to cut the Sea Devils off from getting to the basket. Number one, you have to make them shoot perimeter shots. If they're going to win this game, make them beat you from the perimeter. Don't let them draw fouls inside on you.
Hurricanes with the first possession inside to Powell. Kiss off the window, and the Hurricanes get started.
Bread and butter.
Powell with their 17th point there for the Hurricanes. Hudson works, goes to Hardison, and flashing was Hudson. Pass couldn't quite get over ahead of Powell, and Powell has a steal. Powell with help, just lays it. No, and she misses. Got too far underneath the basket, but she is fouled from behind. No, they say she weren't fouled. It was
out of bounds off of Nala. Yeah, and she knew it. You know, she looked at Hamilton and knew she blew an opportunity there, had a smile on her face. But you know Nala get it back. That's very uncharacteristic for Nala. She almost always finishes at the rim.
Hamilton steps up in trippet space. Talia Rowe on Velez Galan. Gets off her feet, throws up a shot high off the window, looking for a call.
I mean, she's been hot from the field. That's why that thing almost fell. I'm not surprised at all.
A little bit higher arch, it might have fell. I think that went a little lower on the backboard. White for 3, off the base plate and right in the hands of Hudson. Only 2 points in the opening minute and 15. Trippett tries a triple, and it's air ball. Right in the hands of Hardison. Shot clock will still stay at 18. Trippett one more time, gets a triple.
Got to box out. I mean, that's the number one thing there. You got to box out. Those second chances don't happen if your low post players are boxing these guards out, not letting them catch long rebounds. I mean, that was kept alive, by Hardison just hustling and out hustling 2 Hurricanes.
And Hardison listed at 5'7". One of the tallest Sea Devils. White in trouble, goes to Adams. Back to White, straightaway 3, too hard. Adams trying to chase down a rebound, and Hardison there to get it. Hardison slows it up.
I mean, the 3-ball has been a little bit of a story in this game too, Petey. I mean, the Sea Devils are knocking down more of their opportunities than the Hurricanes are, but, you know, they don't get those opportunities if they're not, you know, presented to them.
10-point lead, Sea Devils, 7:45 left in the third. Sea Devils' biggest lead in Hurricanes, 4 points in the second half. Sea Devils with 5.
When in doubt, feed Nyla Powell, bread and butter.
She draws the foul on Powell as Velez Galan will head to the line to shoot 2.
And she's heading to the basket with, you know, a head of steam and a little bit of fury in her. And she's taking the action down there to the Hurricanes and drawing fouls, and she's having a lot of success at it. I mean, 24 points in the game and possibly counting.
78% free throw shooters, perfect from the line tonight.
Only 4 free throws in the first half for the Hurricanes. That's it.
Velez Galan's got 6 herself. Back to a 10-point lead. Biggest lead for the Sea Devils.
Cape Fear, in comparison, had 10 free throws in the first half. And a lot of it was them dribble penetration, getting fouled from behind.
Sea Devils know exactly what the Hurricanes are going to do every time is go inside to Powell. They need to fake that pass the first time. Don't need to jump on the first one. Adams popping out as White, and a push by Velez Galan as she went right through the screen. That's her 3rd.
Also, again, if you're the Hurricanes, you got some opportunities at 3. I mean, they've had wide open looks. I mean, it's not like the Sea Devils are making things that difficult. There's another
Trippett. That's her 3rd. Velez Galan with 3.
Yeah, if Louisburg can execute, their perimeter game a little better, this thing will be a little closer. But now you got a chance here from the free throw line. Got to knock these down. You're down by 10 on your home court.
Nyla Powell, 69% free throw shooter, makes the first. Nets both of the free throws. She continues to climb in the scoring column to 21. Talia Rowe guarded tightly on Hudson's hip. Pickett with it, Trippett with it, screen, and Velez Galan's three. You leave her alone, you have to put a body on her at all times. You can't give her no separation. You give her separation, why she's going to have climb and climb and climb from three. She got 29 points and the team's 55.
I mean, she's, again, been one of the hottest players in the conference and showing exactly that again here on the road.
Hamilton splits the defenders, and her wraparound layup is good.
Great bucket by Hamilton. She was able to work her way inside, cut across the defense, and make a tough layup.
Trippett looking for some help. Velez Galans driving, goes up against 4 Hurricanes and picks up 2 more for 31st points. 30th and 31st.
Yeah, she's going to get hers. You just got to seem like you got to stop everybody else at this point.
Her defense is pretty hot tonight also. Hurricanes, they feel like they're in desperate need now. They just need to slow down and play your basketballs. Talia Rowe, I'm not sure what that shot was, but it was an air ball from about 14 feet out.
Yeah, a little runner she went with that time, and I don't think she got all of it. I think she tried to put a little touch on it. Could have been affected by one of the Sea Devils. I mean, she didn't contest that it was blocked, but I know they definitely made it a little hard for her there. You see the Hurricanes now trying to full court press a little bit. But again, you wonder about the energy level here for them as well. Again, it's been, they just played less than 48 hours ago.
Adams stabs it out. Trying to get an interception on the intended pass from Durham to Trippett. Hardison with the spin. Nice defense from behind by Powell. Might have got her fingertip on it. Hurricanes down by 11. White's 3, down by 8.
Needed that bucket in the worst way.
And Hardison trying to get some help on the call, loses her shoe. And the Hurricanes with 1-man advantage.
Got numbers, got to hurry up.
And Adams.
I mean, Nyla was wide open by herself.
Nyla Powell trying to work on Velez Galan and Adams. Got a media timeout, 4:29 left. Hurricanes down by 6. It's been a tight second half here to start, Craig. Velez Galan picks up her third. Trippett picks up her third. A little bit more tenacious defense for the Hurricanes. As if you're looking in around Region 10 tonight, another game going on is
Cape Fear right now. They're down at home to Catawba Valley. The Redhawks up at halftime, 32-26. I mean, early on it was 10-1 in favor of Catawba Valley, and looked like the Yetis were certainly going to be snowed under, no pun intended. A lot of trouble out there in Shelby, but they've decided to fight. They're fighting back, and they've made a contest of it. It's at that break right now, and looks like the Yetis are coming back out here to warm up. But again, 32-26 in favor of Catawba Valley right now on the road against Cleveland Community College.
Velez Galan, the hot hand tonight, leads every player with 31 points, followed by Trippett's 13, Hardison with 11. Sea Devils just trading to 3 and you'll be good. Hardison, Trippett, and Velez Galan, and hey, And Trippett will inbound it in front of the Hurricanes bench. They'll come in to Hardison. Velez Galan trailing. And it will be Kate Fear's ball as it's punched out by 2 Hurricanes. You put a hand on it, it's like a wide receiver in football. You touch it, you must put a catch on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, it's been a tough ball game down here, a big grinded out type of game. Again, we talk about the energy level of the Hurricanes. How much gas do they have left in the tank after Saturday's game? But, they're hanging tough here. They're being very resilient. They're fighting back, and, adversity has struck, and they're trying to answer the bell right now.
Les Galan out of control, overshoots the rim, and White with the ball coming across the timeline. Over to Adams. Adams wanted to step in on that 3, but Durham with the closeout defense.
Oh,
we got a foul. Player control foul is Adams with the offensive foul. 57-51, 3:53 left.
Tough call that time on Zamaya. You got to keep your head down, though. Don't let the emotions get the better of you here. Just keep fighting. I mean, you're only down by 2 possessions. There's a whole lot of basketball left.
Trippett trying to get a step on Yates. Driving, trying to get Yates off the floor and trailing. Nice layup for Hudson. She had a step on Adams. Was able to convert for 2, up by 7.
Another wide open look that time, and still can't convert from 3, P. That's some of the story in this game. I mean, yeah, the discrepancy in free throws is one. I mean, but, a lot of that has been, what the Sea Devils have created for themselves getting to the basket. But the Hurricanes have had chance after chance after chance from 3-point range and have missed time after time.
Hudson gets the inbound from Hardison. Hardison working a baseline and loses it.
Canes got numbers.
Adams ahead, leads. Who else but Hamilton underneath the basket? She gains control and goes up off the window.
Well, first, great defense by Velez Galan to get down there and make the block. She got the block initially, and then Hamilton continued to fight, got the rebound back, and was able to score.
3 minutes left in the third quarter, and Velez Galan's 3 is off the mark. Brewington with the rebound over Hudson.
Good box
Ahead.
out that time.
White for 3. Pop, pop, pop!
3 threes for Corey White, doing what she does best, out there on the perimeter, knocking down triples.
Hudson to Trippett, wanted at 3. Back out to Hardison. Hardison nearly in trouble, calls a timeout, Kate Fear. Could fatigue be setting in for the Sea Devils? Up by 10 in the second half. Hurricanes tracking back. It's a cross-country trip right here in Louisburg, 59-56. You're listening to Louisburg Sports Network, presented by High Level Media.
At Empire Eats Catering, we turn your events into unforgettable experiences. From intimate gatherings to grand celebrations, we deliver expertly crafted menus that impress and delight. Our culinary team brings passion and precision to every dish, combining fresh ingredients with bold flavors to match your unique vision. Whether it's a corporate event, wedding, or special occasion, Empire Eats Catering is your partner in creating exceptional moments. Visit empireeatscatering.com today to start planning your next event with us.
Welcome to Hilton North Raleigh Midtown, where comfort meets convenience. Located just minutes from downtown Raleigh, our hotel offers a perfect blend of style, sophistication, and southern hospitality. Relax in our modern guest rooms, indulge in exceptional dining, or host your next event in our versatile meeting spaces. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our amenities and attentive service ensure a seamless stay. Book your stay today at
Welcome back inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. PD Doors Craig Green here. Lady Hurricanes down by 3. Been trailing by 10 against the Sea Devils. Hudson, guarded by Brewington, pushes up a shot. Gets some love from the rim, and it falls out. Hurricanes with the ball.
Much more tenacious defense on the perimeter that time by the Hurricanes. Brewington, one of the catalysts of that.
Brewington looking for a call. Rolls out of bounds off of Brewington. As you can look at Coach Gaskins arguing a call. How is that not a foul? And one official was saying that she didn't have control. Not sure how he saw, because if he could see, I could see.
Yeah, I mean, I think
in the same position.
I think he's feeling like that Cape Fear's been allowed to be more physical defensively than his team has, simply because, they're playing 5 guards.
59-56, 2:04 left.
I think some of that frustration absolutely comes from the fact that anytime one of Cape Fear's players gets close to the basket and, they miss a shot, it seems like the whistle blows. But when Nyla Powell's down low and they're triple teaming her, all of a sudden, like, nobody's touching her. I think that could be some of the frustration that Coach Gaskins could be feeling.
Hardison sprint down the court, throws up. Nyla Powell with a foul. Originally, this game was supposed to be played on January 31st, but if you live in North Carolina, hey, you know where we were January 31st, right in our bedroom or in our living room, snowed in, iced in, whatever you want to be in. But you weren't coming out to Louisburg. So tonight's game is a makeup game. The Lady Hurricanes will be back in action in 48 hours in Wilmington on Wednesday night before they go on a little run there to end the season. 3 games left for the Lady Hurricanes after tonight. Cape Fear, Bryan and Stratton, and Fayetteville. Hardison misses the free throw.
It's a big break for the Hurricanes.
She's only a 46% free throw shooter on the season.
Got a box out here. You cannot let the Sea Devils get an offensive board if she misses.
Hardison, the only Sea Devil in the game tonight that hasn't attempted a 3 all season. Hurricanes down by 3. Yates shovels, passes one, and Hamilton couldn't connect. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Hardison that time with the hack on Hamilton, and let's see if Hamilton can cash in here and help bring the Hurricanes within 1.
Hamilton, nice release on the free throw. Hamilton, 76% free throw shooter, one of the top half of the team in free throws. Hamilton's attempted 33 free throws on the season off the bench. Second one's missed. Long rebound to Trippett. Hurricanes down by 2. Trippett sprints up the court trying to get a foot on Yates. Gets Yates off the floor, and Yates with a block.
Great
Hardison
defense.
with the rebound.
And again, if you're Gaskins, you're kind of looks like they may be trying to reset the shot clock here. It went back to 30 instead of 20.
So the shot clock should be down to about 14. 14 or 17.
Watching the scorer's table, one of the people at the scorer's table was kind of sunk in their chair. they knew it was on them.
(59-57), 124 left. Reset the shot clock to 9.
That's about right. And Coach Havens didn't like it at all.
She's like, that ain't right.
She said 9 seconds. I heard her from over here.
If they reset it.
She absolutely is bargaining for a few more seconds here. That's for certain.
I'd have to say at least 17, Craig.
Well, if the shot clock was down to 23, if it was
she
supposed to go to
sprint
20,
all the way down the court.
Yeah, I would say maybe 13 would be about appropriate. If it was down to 23, you take 7 seconds there and give him 13. Well, 9 it is. That would just be my lobbying negotiation tactic.
Coach Gaskins there to lobby also. Sato put it at 18.
18.
Added 9 more seconds.
Wow, extra tax on it.
North Carolina is a tax state. And Velez Galan double teamed and is stripped. White bringing it up. Over to Hamilton for 3. Pop! Wah! In and out. That was a good shot, good release. The rim didn't like the air in the ball. Hudson trying to get around Brewington. Trip it to Velez Galan, nearly taking her out with old wrestling move for you, old Craig, a little clothesline.
There it is. Hey, DCW new women's champion, Savannah Evans, looking for some opponents. Maybe Khalees Velez Galan might want to throw her name into the hat.
And a turnover. They go ahead and trip it there. They'll reset the shock.
Yeah, to see Dennis Gaskins telling his team to slow down, and that's exactly what I was thinking they needed to do because, you know, almost like they're trying to play the Sea Devils game a little bit, that speed tempo. Again, you know, we saw them slow it down against the Yetis to a crawl. They were able to be very pragmatic and get shots that they wanted, and it worked out to perfection, especially on that last play. They executed it, you know, it was a thing of
Textbook
beauty.
ready.
Yes.
Got 26 on the shot clock. Nice spin by Hardison, up and under, double clutches on Rowe and picks up 2.
That's a nice take by Hardison there. I mean, Rowe, she did about as good a job as you could do without fouling.
You don't have a 4-point shot out there. You just got to make it. You got to execute this play right. And Brewington and White, runner, kiss off the window, and White pushes Hudson right out of the way. Say, get us in my house. And end of 3 in the books. 61-59. The Hurricanes going into the 4th quarter, down by 2.
Louisburg College Athletics depends on fans like you to keep these broadcasts free and accessible. Your donation helps us support student athletes and continue streaming every game for the entire Hurricanes community. Scan the QR code on your screen to give today, and thank you for keeping Hurricane sports free for everyone.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we're committed to providing exceptional dental care for patients of all ages in a warm, welcoming environment. From preventive cleanings to advanced restorative and cosmetic treatments, our experienced team is here to help you achieve a healthy, confident smile. We combine state-of-the-art technology with a personalized approach, ensuring your comfort and care come first. Visit cardinalfamilydentistry.com today.
Ten minutes left from the Roger G. Taylor Arena. The Hurricanes trail Cape Fear Sea Devils right here on Louisburg Sports Network. 61-59. 30 minutes gone here. Hurricanes outscored the Sea Devils in the 3rd period, 21-16. Craig, what does the Hurricanes have to do right now with the Yetis and Quataba? 1 point away, and 3 points in that game. Quataba leads the Yetis 36-33.
Hurricanes just got to slow down and play their game, man. That's it. Slow down, play your game. Build on what you did in the 3rd quarter. The defense was a lot better coming out of the locker room. You outscored the Sea Devils 21-16 in that 3rd period. And a lot of it had to do with the defense on the perimeter shooting. Look at that.
Look at that block. Pow. She got off her feet, what Hardison was trying to do, but she got back on her feet.
She said, my name is Nyla Kapow on that one.
Boy, I heard that cup over here. I was glad he didn't have some height that been up here with us, Craig. Talia Rowe over to Yates. Brewington.
Oh.
And the pass is tipped by Velez Galan, and Trippett loses it to Quincy Turan. Yates. Bounce passes it to Rowe, and a kiss off the window. We're tied at 61.
Great execution by the Hurricanes that time. Again, Yates made the smart pass, and Rowe finished at the rim, and we're level right back where we started 30 minutes ago.
Hurricanes haven't led since the 2:48 mark in the 1st. And we got travel. Double dribble.
Yeah, Hardison Yeah, I think she thought she would get away with that one, but she put it on the floor once, picked it up, made the pivot, and then dribbled it again, and referee Beverly Vouse was all over it.
Brewington will bring it up for the Hurricanes with a chance to take the lead. Hurricanes' last lead was 12-11. That was at a 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Long three and Brewington. That tells you right there, get your three-point goggles on. And the Hurricanes up by 4.
Again, the three ball hasn't been falling for the Hurricanes, but Brewington gets one right there at the right time. Hurricanes in front. And now a foul here on, I believe that was on Rowe against Velez Galan, PD, and they're going to have that side out. But again, Hurricanes have to be careful here. You cannot commit, you don't want to get to that 5th foul and put the Sea Devils back at the free throw line.
Reset shot clock to 20. Sea Devils with the ball, down by 3. Brewington be guarded Hudson as she inbounds it. Velez Galan double teamed at the timeline. Pass was nearly away from Hudson. She gets it, travels, got away with it. Trip it for 3. Too hard, flat-footed rebound to Leah Rowe. Fatigue is starting to set in for the Sea Devils. Do they have enough to push for the upset? And Yates should have shot.
Half the gym stood up, and they saw Shalon standing out there in the corner for 3. She was going to do it, but I think the ball fake was the right move. She just traveled in the process of doing it.
As Coach Gaskins is looking at an official that called it and said, what did she do? He's shoveling his hands like shuffling her feet. And that's exactly what Shalon Yates does majority of her time. She loves to shuffle them feet. Les Galan got away with the travel. The block party down here as Naya Powell blocking and sending Hardison stuff down to the locker room. We have to get a new ball in.
No one flies in the house of Nyla Powell.
Powell with about 6 inches on Hardison. Says you're not going to get easy shot off.
Sea Devils are playing basketball. Nyla's playing volleyball.
Triple team, the Velez Galans in and out. With 31 points, she's been standing at that since mid part of the third quarter. Brewington to Rowe, driving, kiss off the window, and stands strong against Velez Galan. 66-61, 5-point lead for the Hurricanes, and it's 7:42 left, and got a timeout. Kate Fear down by 5, 7:42 left. Hurricanes look to be hot here in the second half, tracking the Sea Devils all the way down from being down by 7 at the break.
And they have done a much better job defensively, and that's where it started, PD. I mean, remember, this team is the most well-rounded, the deepest team in Region 10 D2 by far. They can, again, we've talked about how many players they can start, how many players they can throw at you. This team, again, all of them can play defense, all of them can shoot the basketball, all of them can defend. They all can do a lot of different things very well. And right now, the number one thing they do well is circle the wagons in moments of adversity. They bring it all back together. They put all the they look adversity in the face, and they kick the door in, and they take what they want. And right now, they've taken a 5-point lead here with just under 8 minutes left.
Good point there, Craig, is you said they collapsed on the wagon. The wagon was Velez Galan. They're triple teaming her as soon as she's getting the ball. It's fine to leave someone else open because you can drop back as she passes, but you can't leave her single-handedly guarded by one person. We see she got 31 points in just single coverage, but that's exactly how they got to us in the first half. They're double teaming Powell and triple teaming Powell, and Powell couldn't do anything. Now we're doing it. We're putting their own game on them, and right now we got a 5-point lead, 7:42. As long as they say a win is a win, 1 point or a 50-point, you still get rewarded the same way.
That's right.
As long as you get that win.
I mean, Velez Galan has been in the zone. for a better part of a month and some change. And, for Cape Fear to be where they're at right now, 6 games over 500. And again, coming in tonight, with just 5 players. And really, and also coming off of a win as well on the, winning their last contest against Richard Bland in the fashion that they did. I mean, a 30-burger with 5 players.
66-61, Hurricanes with the ball now. Yates will be on the baseline underneath the goal. Coming to Brewington. Hurricanes with just 19 on the shot clock. Yates shuffling the feet. The officials are watching. Lobs it into Powell over to Brewington. Turan wanted at 3. Back to Brewington with the green light. No, she couldn't connect. And the Hurricanes with the ball in a turnover. Great defense by Talia Rowe. The push, trip it out of bounds.
She had her hugging the sideline from the minute she started making her move up the court, and did a really good job of shrinking the hardwood and making Trippett, walk the plank, so to speak.
Yates to Brewington. Back out to Rowe, putting it on the floor. Turan for 3. Pop, pop, pop! Them goggles, I see them. 69-61.
Second 3 of the game for Quincy, and again, a stretch 4. She can do it inside, outside, and the Sea Devils really have no answer for her.
Hardison. It's a block party. You better get it out. Oh, and I told you. And she travels, as our officiating Nyla Powell says she traveled. I know I might have blocked her, but she traveled before.
Now, here's a question for you. Does Dennis Gaskins gamble, roll the dice, and leave Nyla in? That's her 4th foul. And the answer is no. Here comes Jaya Hamilton coming back in for Nyla. Wants to conserve that 5th foul and maybe bring her back in for offense here in a couple of minutes. But, now you've got a different dynamic with Hamilton into the game. You've got 2 players. Well, yeah, you've got 2 stretch 4s in the game with Hamilton and Quincy Turan. So, I think defensively, and along with Yates, with the length of Yates and with Talia Rowe, I mean, this really I feels like it's an all defensive unit here on the floor for Dennis Gaskins.
Hurricanes up by 7. Biggest lead's been 9. Six-point advantage, Hurricanes, inside of 7 minutes. Hamilton over to Rowe. Rowe driving and is blocked. And the ball will stay right with the Hurricanes, coming off in the hands of Velez Galan.
You got Brewington out there at the point guard right now. You got 2 stretch 4s in Hamilton and Turan.
I expect if this game gets any closer within 3 or 4, Craig, you can expect Adams, White, and Nyla to back in the game. If not, Coach Gaskins will go with what he's got on the court right now. Velez Galan double teamed by Turan. Lee's wide open. Kiss off the window, and Catherine Durham into the game in the scoring column.
Yeah, she's been quiet all game long in terms of points. That's her 1st bucket. But she's played, all 33-plus minutes so far.
Trippett stabs the pass that was intended for Hamilton. Hurricanes ball up by 4 with 6:01 left. Coach Gaskins needing that media timeout soon. Yates in trouble on the baseline. Back out to Brewington. Turan with the green light. No. And Hardison with the rebound. And she loses the ball. No. She goes ahead and a travel. Getting away with it. We got a jump ball. And it's Hurricanes ball.
Again, great defense, though. I mean, by the Hurricanes, I think it was a really good job. They had Cape Fear a little discombobulated. They had them out of sorts and out of sync, and that's what created that jump ball situation.
Coach Havens wanted that timeout, tried to get the timeout. The official never gave it to her. She's yelling for it on the sideline. Yates over to Brewington.
Yates stays in that triple threat position every time she gets the ball.
Turan with a long baby hook and a kiss off the window.
Gave me vibes of Patrick Ewing, that Patrick Ewing patented drop step he would do in the 90s right across the middle of the paint. Quincy Turan brought it back to life. Hurricanes by 6.
Block. And Yates went across her body, but it was a clean ball, clean hand on the ball.
Well, the story now is more free throws coming for the Sea Devils, and a lot of it has to do with them fighting their way to the basket. You know, we talked about the fatigue factor possibly setting in for Cape Fear. I mean, they have been playing with energy, and I think they know how to manage these kind of situations. You know, I think sometimes knowing that you're going to be in the moment and able to, you know, play the entire game should you stay out of foul trouble is going to, you know, motivate you and give you that extra boost that I think Cape Fear has received here to be able to stay out here and avoid the foul trouble has been pretty exceptional.
5-point lead for the Hurricanes inside of 5 minutes. Yates, flash and high post was Hamilton. Talia Rowe. Brewington to Rowe with 10 on the shot clock. Little runner and good for Rowe.
Talia Rowe has come to life at the right time for the Hurricanes. You know, with Nyla Powell in foul trouble, we talked about who, you know, this being we talked about this being a more of a defensive lineup here, and I think that's what it is. But Rowe is
How is that not? Yes. She dropped that shoulder and threw Hamilton straight to the floor. I was about to say, how is that not a foul? She nearly put her back on the bleachers.
3 on Hardison and 3 on Velez Galan now. But, you know, Talia Rowe out there playing, you know, doing her best Carmelo Anthony impersonation, if you ask me. Able to go out there, body some of these players, push them out the way, and still, you know, do it from the perimeter and from inside.
Turan in the corner, unleashes the 3, no, and Yates nearly had an interception, the rebound over Hudson. Hudson guarded tightly by Brewington coming down, and Quincy pulls into steal.
Stepped right in the passing lane and stole it right before Durham could get her hands on it. Because Durham was wide open under the basket.
Brewington hands it off to Yates. Rowe.
Yeah, you're the Hurricanes, you should be in no rush here. You're up by 7, shot clock's in your favor. Travel.
And you travel.
But again, now the clock is winding down, Petey. You don't have to force anything here. But now we're seeing Corey White come back into the game. So now you've got 2 point guards in there, and you've got a long-range shooter. So again, you know, you can have Brewington play the point, kick it out to Corey White for 3 if the opportunity presents itself.
Velez Galan, straightaway 3. Chasing out a rebound, Hardison, and she loses it to Turan.
Velez Galan getting cold right now. She's been stuck on 31 for a hot minute.
Yates spinning. Doesn't get a window help, and right in the hands of Trippett. Sprint down the court. Picks it up. Hardison for, that was Hudson for 3.
Yeah, good
desperation, fatigue is setting in for sure. Down 73-66. Hamilton uses the window and every part of it.
Hamilton also using physicality as well to fight her way to the basket. You know, push Trippett out of the way.
2:52 left. 9-point advantage Hurricanes.
Just gotta watch out for these screens here.
Trippett, shots missed.
Sea Devils are moving without the basketball very well. They're using a lot of smoke and mirrors to create open opportunities. But this is a part of the game now. If you're the Hurricanes, you can slow it down,
White.
or you can try to put the nail in the coffin, as we saw Corey White try to do there. But, you know, you're up by 9 now. Again, you just, like you mentioned before, Petey, again, you were down by 7 at the half. You've created a 9-point lead, and now you're starting to wear on this team. You don't have to press the issue anymore. They've got to score 9 points before you can get one more. You don't have to really do much here except for defend and close this thing out.
Hardison driving on Quincy. Kicks it. Durham from 15, no. Velez Galan with the offensive board and a putback as she is fouled. They'll give it on to Hamilton.
Yeah, Dennis Gaskins would love an explanation. He said his player has her hand up in the air like this, And, yeah, he's kind of just trying to laugh it off there at this point. But, again, Sea Devils have lived at the free throw line.
32nd point for Velez Galan.
It's been what, since midway, maybe, or first portion of the third quarter since she scored? I mean, she's been very, very quiet. And again, a lot of that has, credit to do with the defense of the Hurricanes.
It's Velez Galan's first half, and it's been all Hurricanes as Quincy Turan gets a feed, uses nothing, doesn't need nothing to sink that one.
Great execution. Turan was, I mean, she knew exactly what she wanted to do as soon as she got the basketball, decisive and confident. Oh, wow. Continuation?
Continuation has to be. I mean, if she hit her 15 feet from beyond where she released the ball. Wow.
That's 4 on Turan, but, yeah, that was a little late
little too much love right there, as I had to say. Hardison. She stands out of breath at the free throw line. Hardison misses the free throw. And Yates slows it up for Hurricanes at 1:36 left. Les Galan on Brewington. Shots blocked. Hurricanes get it back. Yates with the nail, no. And Quincy with Hamilton with the splits. And Quincy Turan takes it right from her hand. And Hamilton with a layup. And you could start spreading the icing right here, Craig. Up by 9 with 68 seconds left.
Yeah, this is the last chance to dance for the Sea Devils coming out of this timeout here. You've got to go back to what's got you, this far to the game, this close, which has been that three-point shot. Or also drawing fouls and finishing at the rim, either or. But somehow, some way, you've got to score and you've got to stop the Hurricanes. But for Louisburg right now, again, they have played much more Hurricane-like basketball ever since they come out of the locker room. Again, we saw Gaskins in the second quarter blow a gasket because of some of the effort of his team. And now, he's much more calm and cool about the situation because the Hurricanes are executing and they are 1 minute and 8 seconds away from putting another W in the win column.
And it stay undefeated here at home on the season for the Hurricanes as they pick up the win today. Hurricanes will be 11-0 at home with the win today. They move on to 19-3. 1:08 left. 9-point advantage Hurricanes way. I thank everybody for tuning in. As we have some news coming across, Krispy Kreme is celebrating Mardi Gras with one-day donut giveaway on Tuesday, February 17th. Anybody wearing any colorful beads with a religious of culture holiday can get a free original glazed donut. Might have to check that out tomorrow, correct? Might get my beads on for Mardi Gras.
No.
Velez Galan gets the feed and rattles falls for her. 72 points for the Sea Devils. You got to push from behind and trip it. That's her 4th. 7-point game inside of a minute.
It's still not in the shooting situation are the Hurricanes here. So again, smart foul that time by the Sea Devils to kind of force the issue. They can still play defense here and try to get the ball back.
Yates over to Hamilton. He beat the press. Turan puts a shot up. Yates puts it back up for the Hurricanes.
That should be the exclamation point right now. Shalon's first 2 points of the game are 2 of the biggest of the night.
And Yates with the foul.
And so we talked about Cape Fear getting to the line here, late in the ball game, and they're already in the bonus, so they'll be shooting free throws. Again, 2 free throws here. This thing still isn't over. They got to play defense and try to get the ball back.
Jaden Hudson makes the first. We got a timeout. Hurricanes up by 8. And Coach Gaskins calls the correct time to call a timeout with 3.5 seconds. Correction. Yeah, there'll be 6.5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock when we come back to action. Next up for the Hurricanes, Sea Devils on Wednesday from Wilmington. For the Sea Devils this year, rest of the season here, we've got Southwest Virginia, they'll end the season on Wednesday the 25th against Brunswick on sophomore day. That game will be at 5 o'clock. Yates will inbound it to White, and White will go up with 2.
That should be, again, the proverbial nail in the coffin here, and the Hurricanes should be able to come away with a win. You know, they've overcome Sea Devils shooting right now 16 of 20 from the free throw line. I've got the Hurricanes unofficially down for about 7 free throws in this game.
Les Gallant couldn't connect, and Hardison with the rebound and a putback.
Still got to inbound the basketball.
White be fouled by Hudson.
Yeah, the one player they don't want to commit the foul will be Trippett, because she's sitting on 4.
Trippett just stay clear of anybody with the ball.
She's pretty much going to stand out of bounds on any defensive possession to avoid the foul. I mean, kidding, of course, but, you know, they don't want to have Trippett foul here because, again, a 5-on-4 in the final moments of a close game is not what you want.
Hardison gets it. Great defense by Yates to stay away from the foul. 9 seconds, and Brewington will straddle the timeline. And the Hurricanes will get the win. Not in the fashion they like, but a win is a win. They win by 8. Move on to 11-0 at home and 19-3 overall with the matchup against Cape Fear on Wednesday. Check it out on the Cape Fear's YouTube page if you want to watch that game. We'll be back on air Wednesday here. We'll have your running figures of the women's game as they're on the road. We'll be back here Wednesday as the boys match up at 6:30 against Cleveland, the Yetis.
Speaking of the Yetis, are holding a 3-point lead in the fourth quarter, PD. They've come all the way back to take the lead against Catawba Valley. And, you know, I think the big factor for the Hurricanes tonight, again, was playing more Hurricane basketball in the final 20 minutes. In the second half, they outscored Cape Fear PD 45-30. You know, after being down at the half by 7, they completely shut down. You know, they really slowed down the offense to a crawl. I mean, in the third quarter, you know, you felt Cape Fear start to, you know, stay in the game a little bit early in the third, but then the Hurricanes shut that down, and they were able to come away with the victory. And, you know, again, Nyla Powell did her thing, 23 points tonight.
That's right. The Hurricanes move on to 19-3, 11-0 at home. We'll match up against the Sea Devils less than 48 hours from now in Wilmington. We'll be right here on air as the Cleveland Yetis men's team will match up against the Hurricane men right here at Roger G. Taylor Arena if you're around Wednesday in the Louisburg area, Wake Forest area, Rillsville area. Come on out and watch the men help them out to a victory as the Yetis right now holding a 3-point lead over Catawba Valley. That is the Lady Women. And the Hurricanes sitting in second place. Got 3 more games on the season. Cape Fear, Bryan and Stratton, and Fayetteville. 2 away and 1 home if you want to catch the Lady Hurricanes back home. We'll be back here against Fayetteville Tech on next Thursday night for a doubleheader action against the Trojans. Craig, you get the final unofficial box scores for the losing effort from Cape Fear Sea Devils.
35 for Khalees Velez-Galan. I mean, again, she was on fire early and often, slowed down to a crawl. I mean, basically from third, midway of the third quarter on. But again, she kept the Sea Devils in this game for a majority of it. Also, 17 points for Yamori Hardison, 14 for Kara Trippett, and Hudson chipped in with 6 points. And then for the Hurricanes, again, we talked about we talked about the contributors, who was going to step up for them. Talia Rowe, 16 points, about 8, matter of fact, 6 of those in the second half, and they were big points, and they got them when they needed them. Also, Jaya Hamilton, 9 points as well in this game. Shalon Yates had the 2 points she had were the 2 that pretty much, clinched it for the Hurricanes tonight. Quincy Turan, 12 big points for Louisburg. Also, Samaya Adams hit a 3. That was all she did offensively, but also defensively, she was a pretty good presence, making things difficult for the Sea Devil guards early on. Jewel Brewington knocked down a triple. She finished with 5 points. Corey White, I mean, she got started bang, 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 3 to get this game started. She finished with 13 points, 3 3-pointers. But, of course, we talked about, big 1-5, Nyla Powell, 23 points, down low, putting in the work. In the second half, after she picked up that 4th foul, they tried to preserve that 4th foul. Gaskins did. Then he turned to Talia Rowe offensively. But again, Nyla Powell, I said it every time she got the ball. Whenever they needed a bucket, they went to 15. I said bread and butter. That she is the bread and butter for this team. When you need a bucket, when you need something to get done, you need to stop, you call Nyla Powell's number, and she answered the bell once again tonight.
All right, as we leave you tonight, the only sealant to your potential is the one you create. A special thanks to Athletic Director Michael Holloman, Assistant Athletic Director Jason Rasnake, and the staff here at Louisburg College. Your final score from the Roger G. Taylor Arena tonight, the shorthanded Cape Fear Sea Devils, 75, and your Louisburg Hurricanes, 83. For my analyst, Craig Green, and all the wonderful staff here at High Level Media, this is Petey Doris saying good night, and thanks for watching Louisburg's Hurricanes Sports Network.